What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video, where today we're going to go over the brand new classified assignments that we got. It's called the Conspiracy Zone Hideout. It's part of the Lost Agents section, and if you go into this, you can see here we've now got number 3. Just be a little bit aware that you need to purchase this either as part of the premium seasons pass, or you can buy it for 500 premium credits if you want to buy it individually. Maybe you'll watch this video and think, actually, I like that. Currently at the moment, these things do come with a specialized weapon. They'll come with like a named weapon that's only available within the classified assignments. However, they did say on the live stream that them weapons will be made available in the general loot pool at some point into the future. With all that said though, let's find where it is. So as always, we do need to find it. You can see here, if you go into the assignments, you can mark it and then you can see where the area is. So I'm going to head over there and I'll show you exactly where it is you need to go. Okay, so this one's really easy to find. So once you've teleported in to this area, you can see where I am just here. The vault is just there, but more interestingly enough, there is a propaganda broadcast just here, and you can see it there, and this thing is always there. There's like a truck and you can see the propaganda broadcast there. If you come down the road from here and head around to the left where the zone downtown west is, you can see that this area probably didn't look like this before. Maybe it got updated during the update. I've never noticed it previously, but it does say Conspiracy Zone. If you head over to the door, you'll be able to scan the entrance and get yourself a brand new teleport point as well, which is always nice. You can see, as always, we've got 4 collectibles to find and 1 backpack trophy. As this is going to be a really easy run through, I'm just going to do it on normal. We will get the claw named weapon, but because it's not a prototype or anything like that, it will roll low because I'm doing it on normal. But I can always optimize it, or if you feel like just running it through on heroic again afterwards, you can do, and you'll probably get a much higher roll. Okay, so here we are. I really do like the design of this level, and when you get in here, there's going to be a lot of speaking over the tannoy, and you just have to let it play out. There's a lot of speaking, and to be honest, it can be a little bit off-putting because you can kind of go somewhere and not interact with it, and actually once it finishes speaking, you might actually be able to interact with it. So yeah, just take your time, essentially let it play out, and yeah, you'll be absolutely golden. The first thing that I kind of found when I came into this level was that if you turn around here, you can shoot this door and open this door, but actually you can't do anything in there yet, so don't worry too much about that. If you head over here to the marker, it will go, hey, you're not going in there yet, and what you have to do is head up here to the escape room. I'm gonna head in here. And again, we're going to listen to a lot of talking. Alright, so once the waffling has finished, you can head back out. Now, you would have seen here that we got a collectible pop up on the map. Do not worry about that yet. As you can see, we cannot get it, and we'll get it a little bit later on. We're going to head down to these doors just here. We could have come the other way, but you'll realize that I can't get in there. And Salt talks to us all over again. So why Salt talks to us, we're going to head over here and head through the door just here in the main reception. And then we're going to use the keyboard when that prompt finally turns up. Alright, so you'll notice that the doors are now open, and we're going to head into the room, hop over the desk and open this door next. We're going to press on the generator. Don't forget to kind of empty all these boxes along your way if you need materials. Quite a few of them in here as well. And then next we're just going to go around. I'm going to go, we can't get in there. Well, the reason we can't get in there is that we need to go into this door here. And if you didn't know, what happened here was that wire there allowed this door to be opened when we pressed the generator. When you come in here, you'll be able to get your first collectible. All right. Okay, so moving on, you're going to head out of this room, hop over to the right and pull the lever.
You really should be a qualified electrician.
Head through into this door now that it's now open and kill all of the ads in the area. This bit's all pretty straightforward once you've killed all of the enemies because you'll get the diamond on the door. It's going to show you where to go and you're just going to follow the path and you'll realize that you can't actually get in there and get anything. Now we're going to head back to the arcade, but again we are being guided at this point, so you don't really need too much waffle from me.
Agent, this is a secure frequency, I think. Salts and narcotics are flooding downtown. If you can destroy the supply, things can go here.
Kill all the enemies. And as you can see, we're still being guided. The diamond is on the door. We're going to head in. And remember, we saw this collectible earlier on. So we're going to pick this one up. And then after that, you're going to want to kill all of the enemies. Okay, so now we've got a few things that we need to do after we clear out this area. So what we'll do, first of all, is follow the diamond. And we are being played with yet again. We can't get out. Head over here. And I literally found this just by kind of running around, face walling things to try and find what I needed to do next. You can see here, we can search the back of the arcade cabinet. We get electrocuted, which isn't great for your health. So head all the way back to the room where we just got the collectible. Don't leave it on. We're going to interact with that. And then we're going to interact with this switch here.
Smart. Real smart.
Salt says we're smart, so we're going to clear out the enemies that now spawn. Next up, it says find the bowling alley key in the arcade cabinets. So head down here, and obviously there is a whole bunch of arcade cabinets around this area. Not too many to look, but if you see the back here, it says do not touch, which is a little bit of a giveaway. And we get a search icon on there. We had a search, but we didn't get anything. Another one that you can search is the original one where we tried with the electric before. And again, we got nothing. You're beginning to see a theme here. So at the bottom of the steps, just as where the collectible was in there, you can see we can get in another one back here. And we still got nothing. Next up, down at the bottom where we're trying to get out of, you can see there is a For Honor arcade machine here. And we can search the back. And then now we can enter the bowling alley. I don't know if it actually makes you do all 4 of them every time. It did for me. Maybe I'm just that unlucky. But let me know in the comments down below. So then, expected next, just head through the door. In this next area, you've got an objective to kill all of the enemies and then shoot these containers, which there are 4 of in this area. So I'm on normal here, so we'll just kind of do this section, make it a bit easier. So there's the first one that is dead. Head around this corner. You'll see another one just up there on your left. There's another one there on my right. There's another one up there at the top. Kill the rest of the ads and we'll be good to continue. Okay, once you've got all of the ads dead, it says you want to go over there, but you can see that this door here is highlighted. You can see there, this is the Bigfoot. I'm going to head into this room. Collect some water on my way, because who doesn't like water? Good old division trick here. We can't get through this door without shooting the box. GG's missing on that first shot. And then you're going to hit the switch. Now, I'm going to let this next bit play out, because what we have to do is we have to shoot some pipes, the sprinkler valves at the top. So there is a whole bunch of ads in this section as well, which we're fine for doing because we're on easy, so it won't be any difficulty there. But you can see the first one straight away, nice and bright and red. Be interesting to know if you can actually avoid the kind of dazed effect with Hasbro. You can see on the right hand side there is number 2. There's no really easy indication that you've got it right apart from the top left where it says now I'm 2 out of 4. Head down, just make sure you clear up before, you no rush to do this or anything like that. It's just gonna make you get all dizzy and make things harder to control. And if you've got modifiers on like I have and we've not actually leveled any season modifiers up, it might actually be a little bit more difficult for you, depending on what difficulty you are playing on. You can see number 3 just up there, top of the, so you can see I'm on the bowling lanes. And we've hit number 3. Do we have any more enemies to deal with? And then you can see there, number 4. So basically 2 in the first section, 2 in this section, and now we've got to defeat a named boss. I can't imagine what this difficulty would be terribly difficult. He is down. Head over. Again, fairly straightforward. But we can get the laser tag key.
Well, you got the key to his stash. You can run along.
And that bit is easy peasy. Now, actually, before we continue, we can get ourselves a collectible. If you come back out of that door, you can see here it says reception and Bigfoot bowling. And if you paid any attention to the Bigfoot bowling sign, you see there is a yellow box up there that you can shoot with the famous yellow wires. You can head in here and pick up a bunch of collectibles, including the hyena box and your next echo. Well, it's not an echo, your next com. Alright, so we'll progress. We could have got this a little bit later, but this was the order that I found it in, so I'm just trying to repeat my exact steps. But you're just going to follow the diamond markers, and the next thing that you have to do is kill a bunch of enemies in this area here. So I'll get these wiped out. Okay, so you've killed all the enemies and you've followed your diamond path, and eventually it has led us back to this area here. We couldn't get in here and get the key previously, but now we can, thanks to the boss dropping the key. And now it tells us to finally go to the escape room. Watch out for the ambush, but again, pretty straightforward. Kill all of the ads and then progress following the markers. Okay, so it's time to go into the escape room, and this is actually going to be a timed task. You've got plenty of time though, so do not worry too much. It does say 5 minutes at the top, but you actually get 10. It's not the same every time though, so I'm going to talk you through how you do it so that you actually understand, and then when you get your scenario, which will probably be different than mine, you'll know exactly what to do. Press this button and don't follow the diamond. Head up to the right hand side into the door. And here you'll pick up your next collectible, which will give you subset complete. So we're going to go through here, shoot that door, head into here. And we're going to grab the fuse, which we need. Then we're going to head back down. And this time we'll actually follow the actual diamond. But instead of going just over there, we're going to head here, put the fuse into the breaker. It'll open these doors just here where you can head upstairs. And we can turn it on. Now we've got to solve the riddle of truth. But before we do that, we're actually going to, don't press any of these buttons for now. Head to the right hand side around here. Do this. And we're going to turn this on. Now we've got all the information available to us that we're going to need to solve the puzzle. So what you're going to do is look at these masks. So you can see there, he's got a pretty normal looking face. So now we've got to find a picture that's flashing. He's got a sad face. That's not the one that we want. He had an angry face then by the looks of it. He certainly has. And we're going to head around here. And he's got a pretty normal face. And that is a sun. So we're going to go down to here. And the symbol we're going to select is the sun, which was convenient because it was the first time. Then we're going to go up here and you can see this one has got a sad face. So that's an angry one. What was this one? That was the normal one. So I think it was the one downstairs, wasn't it? This is the sad one, I think. Yeah, sad one. And you can see there, that is the moon. So head up here and select the moon.
Shoot me in the head. Just say out loud, shoot me in the head, and we will sink.
There we go. Next we're going to move round to the next one. This one is a very happy, jolly fella, which we don't have that one. So we're going to leave that one for now. Double check. We got that one. We did that one before. Right, so we've got an angry face here, and we haven't got an angry mask. So let's just take a quick look at this one here. It's keys. So that means then that the only mask that we are missing is this one here. So this one must be keys. That's that one there. So just to double check, we've got normal face there, which was the sun. We have got angry face. Oh, angry face. Was this angry face? No, happy smiley face. Getting myself confused already. You've got to be very careful. Sad face. So we're just going to double check everything because we have got 7 minutes left, so nothing to worry about. So normal face was the sun. So that was that first one up there on the left, wasn't it, I believe? We'll check here. So normal face is the sun. Nice and bonny. So then we can't turn this one around or do anything about it. So we'll move on to the next one. Angry face is keys. Now, I don't believe we've got smiley happy face there. We can't get anything there. So we haven't got any angry face, so therefore there's nothing that we can do for that one right now. Sad face is the moon. So sad face, and we know that is the moon. So we are rocking and rolling right now. We are good. So then this one here where he's absolutely grinning. We don't get that anywhere. So there we go. So now we can use the powers that be to deduce all that up. We don't have an angry mask, which means because we've not got an angry mask, it's the only one that we can't see. We can't shoot that off. It must be behind there. That one must be the keys, leaving us only one symbol to use. I believe was the sun, right? We've not used the sun. Oh no, the chalice. It's the chalice. There it is. So that, hopefully that's clear. I mean, it's pretty hard to explain, but we've got keys there, and that's because that has to be the keys one. Is not this one.
I bet you did, you fucking dork.
Angry face, keys. Right, so you look there, he's got his grit in his teeth. It's super horrible. We don't have that mask. Laughing face. Must be this one here, because we don't have that on a picture, the opposite way around. So that one must be Chalice, which is there. And then because we've got the other two, so we know this one here, which is Mr. Sadman, which is the moon, which is this one here. Sadman, which is the moon. And then just to confirm here, normal face, which was this picture here, which was the sun. Press solve.
Would you look at that? Wait, I gotta read another thing.
And there we go. So hopefully that makes sense. You've just got to use your powers of deduction. You can always do 2 of them, which is fine. The other 2 you have to work out by either using the picture that you've got available or the mask that you've not got available.
Find your ship in good order, and we part as friends. Okay?
Head down.
That's it, Agent. I can now
We're going to
access
collect
the
that.
ship deck. It looks like
And then we're going to collect the
agents
claw
can't get their wires
machine
together.
token because we are not
I'll
quite
process
finished.
this remotely, that I'm
Okay, so we're going to follow the diamond and then you're going to have to kill some enemies and I'll be right back after we've done that. Okay, so as I said, I've killed all of the enemies and then as you do that, as you can see, Salt finally shows up and it's the outfit that you're actually able to buy in the apparel store this week. They are a medic, so do be a little bit careful because if you're playing on a slightly hard difficulty, they might just raise everybody.
on their way.
But they will drop the high-end The Claw that you can get that comes with perfect precision strike. Not something that I will use, but we will take it. But we are not finished yet. Okay, so now you've got your weapon, you do not want to follow the diamond as usual. We're going to head back into the mission and just go to the left here. And you can see there is a claw machine. If you remember before, we picked up a claw machine token. And you can see in there a whole bunch of backpack trophies that probably look familiar because we've got them all previously. Use the token and you'll never guess what happens next. Well, I'm not very happy about that. Alright, so they're really making us work for all the puzzles yet before we leave because there is actually an echo still to get, which is quite a puzzle. And we've still got this one to finish off because it says 3rd time's a charm. Well, that means we just need more tokens. So, head up top. And we're going to go back to the bowling alley. And to be honest, you could have picked this up by going through it previously before as well. Essentially, we're going to play some games of bowling. So you can shoot all of these like this, and nothing happens there. And you can see we've got a red light. Throw some nades, not splooge nades. And we get a key. I think it has to be a nade. Sorry, we get a token. I think it has to be a nade. I don't think you actually can do it any other way. Head back to the claw machine. And let me guess. You already know what's going to happen because, yes, it does say 3rd time's a charm. Come on. Ah, shocker. All right, so we need another token. All right, so big shout out for Reddit for this one because I was absolutely stumped. And I feel like I've been running around for ages. We're going to head back up to the arcade and we're going to go and play some Just Dance 2014. And basically, I don't think you can use this. No. You need... Oh, you can. So I think you can just use any emote on here and you will get your next token. Maybe you can't use any emote. Let me know. Maybe it has to be some kind of movement emote. I'm not sure. But now let's see if third time is a charm. It is. Alright, and we got our move for. And it's a cow being abducted by a UFO. Alright, so we are still not done. We still have, unbelievably, an echo to get. And to get this now, we're going to go back to the very, very start here, the beginning room. And you can see here, we need to get this echo. But it's not going to let us in because it says here, the lock's busted. I'm guessing that's the bad spelling. Turn off the screens. Okay, boss. That's what we're going to do next. Alright, so your first one, you're going to head out of here, straight forward to the gift shop. Hit the generator. And repair the switch. And basically, if you follow all of the wires around, we're going to be able to make the lights green. What was that? I got something good then. Now, just be a little bit careful. Don't be like me where we've been in here multiple times today, because I was kind of following wires and scanning around. I went too close to the exit and it actually breaks your progress. So be careful with that one, especially at the gift shop. Head back into the center now and shoot the box up at the top. Hop over and you can repair this one here. Who knew being an electrician was so much fun? Time to put on your running pistol. So for this next one, I'm going to head into laser tag. Just follow it all the way around. Sizzle, sizzle. Doesn't look too friendly. Let's turn this off. That's your next repair done. Alright, here is your next one. We're back in the bowling alley. And you remember before we shot that box up there. And that's because we want to go in this room here. And if you have a look around here, there's another one that you can repair. That is everything. At last I can hear you say. Because this has been, yeah, a lot of running back and forth. And to be honest, a lot of this you could probably do while going through it. But I kind of wanted to keep each section very much isolated to itself so that you knew. There's probably nothing stopping you doing a lot of this as you go. But it would have been just too much to remember. Bob in the input code. Get your echo, let it play out, and that's going to be it for the video. I hope this helped. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, agents, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
I could smell that ammonia stank all the way from the arcade.
I know where you can find maybe a dozen 42-gallon barrels of this stuff. If you got your hands on that, what would you do?
I'd bake a big fucking cake. And what would you be asking in return?
Business-minded. Good. What I want is for you to take this laptop and for you to plug it in inside the pyramid. And when people come looking for it, you entertain them.
That sounds sketchy as fuck.
Nothing you can't handle? The people who come, I want you to entertain them. Engage their minds. Fun stuff.
Well, we ain't short of games. You one of them Red Watch assholes?
To be a rogue, you had to be deficient first. Do we have a deal?
If the shit is where you say it is, we do. But why the pyramid?
It's what I want them to see. I'm sending a message.